Okay, what's up, people? How's it going? This is Gabriel Mekai, the Vampire Mekai. I wanted to get up here and touch base about something that a lot of questions. This is actually one of the very first videos I've done on the Gabriel Mekai page, where I am not in character. I'm not portraying the whole vampire thing. And that is, I don't have the fangs in, I don't have the contacts in, and just a little more of myself, which is a cool thing because, believe it or not, they're both the same. I do live my life as a vampire. I do uphold the characteristics that are part of that culture, and hopefully within this little video I'll be able to touch base and answer some questions that most people often ask when I basically say that I'm a vampire. First and foremost, before I get into the questions I have, I want to also explain that, believe it or not, there really is a vampire community throughout the United States, throughout this entire globe, and there's certain areas that are really predominant about it, and there's some that are just kind of but it's still there, and that's the thing about it. So currently, again, I'm a somewhat break character, but honesty is the best policy. Honesty is the cool thing about it. Okay, that's better, because yeah. So character-wise, my name is Gabriel Mekai. Character-wise, I live in New Orleans, Louisiana. Truth be told is that, unfortunately, Mekai is not my real name, and I actually do not live in Louisiana. So it's one of those things. I won't go any further than that. So let's go and touch base on some of the questions I've been asked. And most of these were through my Twitter and as well as my Facebook. And so let's go ahead and start off. And if anything, just depends on how I feel. I might end up actually putting links to those, my Twitter and my Facebook and all that. But I have a variety of different questions that were asked, and there's some that I picked and I'm gonna touch base with. Why call yourself vampire? Different aspects on how I live my life. It's comparison to what's considered vampire. I'm also, and again, this has nothing to do in general, but nothing with the wrestling that I am, because character-wise, my wrestling, I go by Gabriel Vampire Mekai. I am currently practicing Bulgarian, and for those who are curious what that means, is that I do consume blood. So, blood again is also compared to vampire. Why do I spell it different? Because I do spell vampire different from what you're used to actually seeing it. I had a person ask me that why are you misspelling the word vampire, because most notably it's known as Vampyre. I spell vampire Vampyre. Vampire with the Y, and this is around with the vampire community. It is to associate ourselves apart from the movies. Vampire, granted, it's a folklore and it means like undead, but that's not really entirely true. We take bits and pieces of that fact to explain what we do now. Vampire with the Y is the community. Vampire with the I, which is most notably the correct way of spelling it, is the movies. It's the Blades, it's the Twilights, it's the different movies that are portrayed blah blah, go suck your blood, kind of Dracula kind of deal. But Vampire with the Y, Underworld, I guess, is the best, one of the best comparison to what the vampire community, because it is a covenant. It's a solitude, it's family, it's unity. So that's one of the many small key true definitions of why the words are spelled differently. Why do I wear fangs? Because I express, say I'm a vampire, and you instantly think vampire is Count Dracula with the fangs or whatever, or now with the movies, the contacts, the funny eyes and stuff. It's no different than the necklace that I'm wearing. It's no different than the glasses, or in fact the jewelry that I wear. It's also a part of that. With or without it, I'm still the same. Without the contacts, without the fangs, I'm still consider myself a vampire. And so that's kind of the deal with that. Why do we wear contacts? Same as why we wear fangs. It's part of jewelry. It does not define who I am, and does not define the fact that I say I'm a vampire. Believe it or not, most of the people in the vampire community, we wear these things just to benefit you, and also it's kind of cool. So that's the thing with that. Are you mental? I was actually asked this. Very odd you asked that. Different two reasons why it was asked is that the fact that I claimed that I'm a vampire. One of the questions was, aren't you afraid to go out in the sunlight? No, I'm not mental. Actually, I'm an intelligent person. I'm intellectual. As far as what I understand, get myself tested, I have a 150 IQ, and also I have common sense, which makes me way smarter than most. So no, I'm not mental. I'm not retarded. I don't have any sort of mental disease, and I'm not delusional. I'm not psychotic. I don't have any sort of forms of psychosis. Yes. So, but yeah, I do say I'm a vampire. Do you wish you were dead? No, actually, I love my life. That was one of the things about being a vampire with the Y, is that it's expression and just the all-around love of being alive. You know, how my life is, how I fulfill my everyday activities. I wake up in the morning happy. 2 years ago, I was actually 240 pounds fat boy, and as you can see now, I weigh about 164. Not as big as I was. I can take my shirt off and, you know, little muscles. I feel good. I exercise. I'm on a diet. You know, I love life. I love life to the fullest. And so no, I don't wish I was dead. Do you think you can drink blood? Actually, due to the fact, like I said earlier, I'm a Bulgarian, so yes, I do. But it's not like if somebody cuts your finger, I'm not gonna go, ah, you know. We have certain ways that we do it. The blood that I do consume is only in a thimble, so it's like a shot glass kind of deal, and it's not like a big old thing. That's gross. And plus, it's poison. Blood is poison, so it will kill you. And yeah. Do you believe in God? Yes, I am. I am a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ. I do believe in God. The reason being is, as far as my net question, do you believe in Satan? Yes, I do. Because yin and yang, either or. You know, there is a God, thus got to be a Satan. Got to be good, thus there's evil. And do I worship God? Yes, I do. Do I worship the devil? No, I do not, because I believe in God. Where do you eat your fangs? In the wrestling business, we call that kayfabe, and I can tell you what's going on with that. I have a place where I get them. They're veneers. So you can see I got a missing tooth, and these are just, they cover up, and they have my little fangs. I have different sets of them. One of my favorites is the actual teeth, and it has a little canines. I have another that's, if you guys remember the movie Lost Boys, which is another good favorite movie, they have right underneath the buck. Those are pretty cool. I like those. Where do you get your contacts? Actually, there's two places I get them. One here in Australia, or actually in Australia, excuse me, and then a little further in England, where I ordered them. I do not get them from the States. I probably should, but because maybe a little more affordable. But the contacts that I do get are pretty expensive, range between $50 to $100 a pair, and they're worth it, and they last a year plus. The fangs I can, well, actually in the States, so I won't take that word. So I'm gonna try to re-edit this and actually have all the list of the questions, and if I do, great. If I don't, then, you know, that's the way it goes. So I did want to come up here and just explain, you know, for those who say they're vampire, don't act like we're any different. I mean, this is a lifestyle. This is almost no different. People say they're Christian or Baptist or Jewish or whatever other, Buddhist or whatever, you know. This is a melting pot of intellectuals. I mean, understand what the questions you ask, and thus you'll get the answers that you want. I do say I'm a vampire. Does not mean I'm any better, different, worse, whatever. This is just me. And if you don't like it, you can turn around and go the other way. I'm not going to try to feed you my